Campbell on the left foot. Joel Campbell floats it back post. Header goalward, now in! Gerson Torres, his first goal for the Ticos, and it might be a winner in the 95th minute. Not quite the numbers tonight, but they've made their voices heard.
They're loud, though, I will say that.
They want to cheer on another goal for some insurance here for the Terps. A second crack at it for Bulma. Driven ball low inside, and they will cheer for a second goal. It's the freshman Colin Griffith in his debut. Looking for another one here for Qatar. Akram Afif, stopped by Lopez. Rebound, stopped again by Lopez. Crowd into a frenzy, it's still 1-0. KC for Gurr. Over the top to Martinez. Flag stays down. Douglas Martinez centers it. Dream start for Sacramento. And who else? Rodrigo Lopez. 3 matchups of ranked opponents as the Division I men's soccer season kicks off around the country this week. And the first of those 3 takes place at Ludwig Field as the 9th-ranked New Hampshire Wildcats visit College Park to take on the 20th-ranked Maryland Terrapins here on ESPNU. We remind you of the top 25 coming into this season. Clemson leads the way as the reigning national champions. They have a ranked matchup of their own this week, taking on Indiana tomorrow. Georgetown and Pittsburgh meet as well. We're going to find out a lot about this top 25 early on. Maryland in 20th and New Hampshire in 9th. We welcome you now into the booth alongside Olympic bronze medalist and NWSL veteran Kaylin Kyle. I'm Joe Malfa. Happy to have you along this evening. And Kaylin, there are a few better ways to begin the season. Ranked on ranked, story program against new up-and-coming program. Doesn't get much better than this.
I think my smile tells it all. I'm like a little kid on Christmas right now because what Maryland did really well in preseason is they went out and they played top opponents. They could have gone out and played middle of the pack and got the results that they were looking for, that goal scoring that they didn't know who was going to put the ball into the back of the net. And then on the flip side, New Hampshire, just a wealth of experience. But it's that back line, obviously, one returning from the starting 11 from last season, so big test for them here today.
And on the Maryland side, they're used to winning 4 national titles under Sasho Shirovsky. The last one came in 2018. They haven't brought home any hardware since then. They want to return to excellence this year. Louisville City FC was supposed to end 2020 with the celebration of a 4th straight Eastern Conference title. Instead, it ended in anguish as the boys in purple were forced to watch as the Tampa Bay Rowdies hoisted the trophy themselves. 2021 brought a new leader. With that came a new crop of young talent to go with a championship-winning core, and Louisville is right back where it belongs. The more things change, the more they stay the same. It's Louisville City FC and the Tampa Bay Rowdies in the Eastern Conference Final. The magic of the NWSL regular season is back in Central Florida as the Orlando Pride and Gotham FC meet in the first week of the league's 10th season. Gunny Jonsdottir enters her 2nd regular season with the club, coming off a Challenge Cup in which she factored into 3 of the team's 4 goals, hoping to lead the way here on match day 1, while Christy Mewis, the big offseason acquisition, hopes to bring Gotham back to the postseason, leading the charge now in New York and New Jersey. It's the NWSL on Paramount+. 43 teams across USL Championship and League One began the season back in April. We're left with just 22 as the season moves on to November and the playoff bracket is set. We kick it all off with the USL Playoff Preview Show. I'm your host, Joe Malfa. That's Manchester United great Gary Bailey on the end.
Joe.
And Devin Kerr in the middle, who has forgotten more about USL than I will ever know. So
Legend. Not just great, legend. In his own right, anyway.
Only in my own right. Nowhere else.
He'll take it.
I'll leave 2 of the 3 on this set are legends right now. I won't say which 2 of the 3. I'll leave that up to anybody at home. But we're going to take a look at the full bracket right now. Hey, it's been tough to stop him this year. They found a way, and if anybody could find a way, it's Bob Lilly. We know what he's done this year defensively, whether it's a 4 at the back, a 5 at the back, 3 at the back. He can do it all. Birmingham, Pittsburgh, I'm going to break the tie, and I'm going to go with the guy who's not wearing a tie. Pittsburgh Riverhounds through to the next round. That does it for the Eastern Conference. Hey, you're not wearing it. That's all that matters. We're done with the Eastern Conference. We head out west. Plenty to unpack there as the USL Playoff Preview Show continues. We had it all in the 3rd round of the 2022 Lamar Hunt U.S. Open Cup. 24 matches over 2 days, extra time, penalties, terrific goals, late winners. You name it, we had it in the 3rd round. And it's time to move on to the round of 32 as we get to today's draw for the 107th edition of U.S. Soccer's National Championship. I'm Joe Malfa, glad to be here with you again. Clock reads 90, and we'll have 4 more minutes at the end of this one. have to tip the cap to Richard Chaplow, never afraid to make tweaks based on the way the game is looking or the way the opponent looks. Rodriguez. Last year when he takes over the team, played a certain way because he felt that's what best suited the personnel. This year, comes in, starts putting his stamps on the team a little bit more. Not afraid to morph based on what's given. One minute of added time gone, 3 to go. Orange County, if they hold on to all 3 points, because of the win earlier in the evening from RGV, cannot get into a playoff spot just quite yet. But they'd be knocking on the door, 1 point back of RGV with the game in hand. Diaz clears. Almost into the path of Carlson. Rakowski has to come out for it.
Love the thought process that's been put out here by Richard Chaplow. And instead, Richard Chaplow took a long, hard look. He got himself to halftime, which is the important thing. And they were able to get the penalty. And they come out. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to change. And we're going to drop into a more traditional 5. We're going to keep the game in front of us. We might have to give up some space on the outside. It's going to be a lot more running within the interior. And yet, they've executed at such a high level. And his IQ off the charts here and what he's been able to do. Respectfully, the decision, I don't want to say it was easy to make. You could see the writing on the wall and what had to be done. But getting his guys to go execute, that's another story.
Not out of the woods yet for Mela. Asokar. Asokar! Again and again and again, the cardiac root strike.
The front line, one of the wingbacks, drop it into the 4. Azakar unearths this and added time to find another equalizer and hope once again for Oakland Roots.
Can they go for another one? Carlson taken down. He'll have a free kick opportunity. My, oh my. Last time, May 7th, 2-2 final. It was Carlson 90 plus 4. Tonight, 2-2. Asokar 90 plus 3.
Got to be real careful here if you're Orange County. You've worked so hard in the second half. Only to give an opportunity back. Credit, though. Full credit to Oakland Roots, because this has been a very frustrating second 45 minutes, even more so than the first, where a couple opportunities were squandered. And yet, the one that pokes its head out comes from your wingback and Azakar, who's given you the dramatic before. Now, can it be double digits from Carlson to send this thing into absolute raptures for Oakland?
Carlson, yes! Number 10 on the season. The Roots steal the 3 points at the death at Laney.